ultimately waive both hearings, probable cause in the final.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your plea to those allegations?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. What's the problem?
So I went to Toledo for sober living. I was in team recovery, and there was just a lot of drug use there. So I had left and went to Fuse recovery, and I was in the hospital for a week. I don't know where they're getting drug use from, because that is
Where are they
not
getting
true.
drug use from?
They indicate that they found her in the garage using drugs with a male.
That's incorrect. That is not correct. I got discharged, which we can call and even ask. I even have text messages, because I was sick. In the week I had pneumonia, I was in the hospital for a week, and housing said that I was not able to stay there, but the program itself said I could still go to the program, but I'm not from Toledo. So how was I gonna get kicked out of housing but still be in the program? Like, I had nowhere to go. So I had initially, obviously, got kicked out and left, and then I had contacted them and said, you know, could I come back? And he said it would take like a week or so. So I came back to try to get my stuff, and he didn't let me get any of my belongings. So I ended up just saying whatever, because this whole year has been a lot for me. I've lost my baby dad. It's almost been a year, December 7th. I wasn't able to grieve properly because I was in jail, missed his funeral, so I never really knew how to deal with it. What I'm hoping for is just another chance to go to the Oriana house and, you know, try to do this the right way. Because honestly, I'm just trying to get my kids back and get my life on order. Toledo was just not the place for me. You know, I'm back home now. So I just feel more.
Why were you in Toledo?
For sober living.
I know, but why Toledo?
Because I went to Legends Recovery, and that's where they recommended that a nice sober living was.
So what were you doing in Summit County?
That's where I had my other, that's where my probation is too, for the same thing, because I was doing the same thing in each county.
And what about Cuyahoga County?
That's the same thing, but I haven't been to Cuyahoga since last year. That's where I started in December 7th when my boyfriend died. I started there, and then went to Lake County, Lorain, and
What's
Summit.
this place that said she was using drugs?
Fuse?
It was the sober living. I spoke with Rich, and they indicated she was getting high with a Mike Mims.
You know somebody named Mike Mims?
Yes, I do.
Who's Mike Mims?
He was just a friend I had, but I was not getting high. That's very false.
What were you doing with Mike Mims?
Just a guy I met at the sober living.
I know, but what's his name?
Rich.
Why is Rich saying that you were doing drugs with Mike Mims?
I have no idea, honestly. I was there to get my stuff. I was already kicked out of the sober living at that time. So that's impossible.
What date was that, Nicole?
My conversation with Rich was on July 21st.
Okay. And did he say when she was doing drugs with Mike Mims?
He didn't specify the date, but she had come to get her stuff, I believe, at that point, because she had already been removed from sober living. And that's when they found her getting high in the garage.
So you weren't in?
I was not in sober living anymore, but I was not getting high in the garage. I was there to get my belongings, but he was mad because I didn't call, but I tried contacting him to get all my stuff, and he never
What's
answered.
Fuse recovery have to do with the sober living place?
It's just housing. That they don't go together. That's why housing said I was kicked out, but the actual sober living place that I did my classes in said I could still go to the classes, but I had nowhere to go because I'm not from Toledo, which would have been the responsible
haven't you been in touch with her since July 2nd?
Because I was just over everything. Like I said, I've been through a lot in a whole year.
Okay, what do you mean you were over everything? What is that?
Just me not being able to properly grieve the loss
Okay,
of,
well, why didn't you properly grieve then?
because I was in jail, because I called the ambulance and they
You got
took
a
me.
million excuses for everything.
It's not excuses.
They're excuses. They're bad excuses, okay? How long you been giving bullshit excuses all over the place? How long you been doing that?
I mean, I haven't, I don't know how to grieve. I've never lost anybody, so. I mean, what I did was
Well,
correct.
so what you did is you contacted some mental health professional to say, here's what the problem, can you give me some help? Because I don't know what to do. Is that what you did?
No, but you're
No,
correct.
no, you didn't. Why didn't you? Why didn't you?
I have no idea.
You have no idea,
Which, you're correct, I should have done that.
right? So how old are you now?
27.
27. And for the last at least 5 years, you've just been screwing around, right?
Yeah,
And all related to drugs, right?
yes, sure.
Okay, so that's worked out pretty well for you.
No.
No? Okay. Then why don't you do something about it?
Sorry, what did you say?
What?
I didn't understand what you said, sorry.
I said, why don't you do something?
That's what I want to do.
Then why aren't you doing it?
I don't have any more excuses. I've lost everything, my kids, and I'm trying to get them back
Where are your kids?
with my family.
Who?
My mom and my boyfriend that died. His mom has my son.
How did he die?
Sickle cell disease.
And so how old are your kids?
6, 3, and 2.
Is there some reason that you believe that your mom and or his mom should be raising your kids?
Not at all. That's why I want to do good, because they deserve to live their lives and they need a break too.
Is there still a warrant out of South Euclid?
There is, Anne Lorraine.
As you could, that's old. It's a misdemeanor. And Lorraine, I have to go for sentencing. I missed my court date.
Why'd you miss?
Being in Toledo.
Why didn't you go to your court date? Did you call Toledo and say, I can't be there because I'm in Toledo?
Yes, I did. Because they had rescheduled it like 3 times. And I was able to make the first one, and then I didn't have a way the second time. And it's not really working real well, so I didn't have much transportation.
Where did you grow up?
Sir,
You functioned when you were a teenager. Did you do what you were supposed to do?
I mean, here and there, I got with the wrong crowd. I think that's always been my problem.
When did you realize it was the wrong crowd?
When it was too late,
Like when? In high school or after high school?
in high school.
What drug and alcohol treatment have you done?
Well, I started, like I said, a team recovery. I did like, a month? Then I went to Fuse and did maybe like a month, so like I did like 2 months.
So not much.
Not much, no.
Not much. So what is it you have to do?
What is it that I would?
What?
What did you say, sorry?
I said, What is it that you have to do to get your shit together?
Just, you know, I was just at summer, they assigned me Oriana, just go to it.
Oriana, why Oriana?
That's what the judge assigned me,
Where? Which judge?
Judge O'Brien.
What's at Oriana besides a lot of drugs?
That's the halfway house they assigned, but
Halfway house, so you can leave a halfway house, right?
yeah, that's not my plan, because I don't
I
want
know
to
it's, well, you haven't been too good on the planning end of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You keep telling me that you want to do, you plan to do. None of that ever seems to work out, because you always get distracted by Mike Mims types. So, what, does your 6-year-old go to school?
Yes, she does.
Where? Did you know the answer to that? No, you didn't. Shouldn't you know the answer to that?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you know the answer to that?
Because I'm not in their lives like I should be.
Because you're consumed with selfishness. That's why you don't know the answer to that. See, it ain't 2014 and you ain't in 10th grade anymore, running around with your pals. So, what's going to happen with your daughter who's 6 when she gets to be in 10th grade? Is she going to be running around doing drugs with her friends?
I hope not.
You hope not. What do you mean you hope not?
I don't want my kids to be me.
What?
I said I don't want my kids to end up like me.
Okay.
I want
Why
that.
not? It's good enough for you. Why ain't it good enough for them?
It's not good enough for me.
If it's not good enough for you, then why do you keep doing it?
Because I have a problem.
Huh?
Because I have a drug problem.
You're right. You do have a drug problem. Okay. So are you going to have a drug problem the rest of your life?
No.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do to change that?
Get myself together and do what I'm supposed to do and not.
Problem
mess up.
is, you don't know how to do it, and you haven't shown much interest in doing that.
That's
So you're
all-
not going to do it if you don't have interest in doing it. There's no magic at the Oriana drug house. There was no magic at whatever that place was in Toledo. Okay? Until you spend your time thinking about your responsibilities instead of thinking about what you want to do right now, nothing's going to change with you. Maybe if I send you to prison, that'll wake you up. Think that'll wake you up?
No.
Is that a life you want to lead? Okay, every time you come back, having not complied with probation, you're screaming, send me to prison, because I don't want to do this probation. That's what you say when you keep coming back. It's really what you say when you just disappear and don't contact your probation officer. How long was that going to go on?
Not much longer.
How did it end? You turned yourself in? Did you call call the police up and say, look, I violated my probation in Lake County. I'm here to turn myself in. You didn't do that, did you?
No,
How did you get caught?
going to the hospital.
How long has it been since you've seen your kids?
Like 5 months.
5 months. And the one's 2 years old?
Yeah, they're all about to change ages. Be 7, 4, and 3.
Does the young one remember you?
Yeah, she does.
How do you know that?
I talked to her on the phone. My mom tells me.
So when you were 6 years old, was your mother in and out of jail all the time?
No,
Where was she? Where else was she?
home.
How long has she been in jail here?
She has 6 days on the run, correct?
I should make you sit for about 4 or 5 months. Were all these thefts from different lows? What idea was that?
The last time I was here, I told you John Mueller.
John Mueller's walked the face of the earth. I forgot that you were. How much contact have you had with that genius?
0.
Where were you going for your mental health treatment?
Riverside Medical. They were giving me my prescription, but Team Recovery.
Where's that?
Toledo.
Okay, so when's the last time you went there?
Since June.
John Mueller, unbelievable. I assume you got your driver's license, right, since you've been on probation?
No.
No? Why not?
I have to get a job and pay my fees, but I was first supposed to, treatment, and they don't let you work for the first 90 days because they want you to focus on your treatment.
keep you on community control. You're gonna serve 66 days in jail with credit for 6. Last 30 days, you're gonna be in the jail treatment program, complete it. Follow all their recommendations. And you're gonna go to NeoCap, complete that program and follow all their recommendations. No drugs or alcohol with screens. Of course, you gotta show up in order to be screened.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna get a mental health evaluation. You're gonna follow all the recommendations. You're to go to only one doctor and one dentist and one pharmacy for prescription medication. Take your medication as is prescribed. Sign releases for probation. At the appropriate time, get full employment, get a driver's license, no contact with Mueller. Clear those warrants you haven't cleared yet, and conclude those cases and pay the costs and supervision fees. Anything else, Ms. Randazzo?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You understand everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If you continue to act like you've been acting, and you fail to comply with these conditions, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control, and if I find you violated, then for sure, you want to just go to prison. So that's what I'll do.